The Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills are the marquee matchup coming up in the NFL this weekend in the divisional round of the playoffs. And listen, we've all seen this one before, okay? Except the only difference in this one here is that instead of Patrick Mahomes and the Chief Kingdom being able to have another game played on home field in the playoffs, they will be going on the road to Orchard Park. They will be going on the road to Buffalo. They will be going on the road to face Josh Allen and the Bills Mafia, okay? We're talking Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, we're talking Josh Allen, we're talking Jason McDermott, okay? Now, historically, Josh Allen is 0-2 in the playoffs. We have against Patrick Mahomes, I should say. We've seen Josh Allen. We've seen some of these great battles. We all know that they changed the rules of overtime because they had an epic battle between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and those two teams. And unfortunately, Josh Allen didn't get an opportunity in the overtime to be able to go back down the field and try to score to extend the game going out even further, okay? Much has been said and much has been made about Josh Allen, and just look at where the Bills have come from, okay? The Bills were at a point where they had a 5% chance, okay? Understand that. A 5% chance of making the playoffs, and they ultimately went on to actually win their division, okay? So for the last 6 or 7 weeks, they've been in playoff mode, okay? So we're going to see now, what we have also seen is we've seen some improvement from this Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I'm not going to jump all over the bandwagon and start saying, or go all overboard and start saying that this Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver corps has stepped this game up, all right? But they've been playing a little bit more consistent, and if they've not been playing more consistent, at least we've been seeing more consistent play from Rashee Rice, all right? This defense of the Kansas City Chiefs has been stout, has been terrific all year. We're going to get into the breakdowns of this game. We're going to go over some of the matchups and look at some of these numbers and figure out who is going to win this game here, okay? So let's just get into it right now. Let's check out the breakdown between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills, and we're going to start at quarterback, okay? Quarterback. I have to lean toward Patrick Mahomes. When we started this game, okay, I thought maybe a push between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen is a very, very talented quarterback, okay? He has tremendous arm talent, all right? We all understand he's able to maneuver and he's able to orchestrate the offense, but what we also understand about Josh Allen is he's a freaking beast, okay? Josh Allen, big guy, got some speed on him, all right? Hard to bring down in the open field, and he is a gamer. He is a game changer 100% of the way, all right? However, we are talking about the two-time MVP, Patrick Mahomes. We are talking about the two-time Super Bowl champion MVP, Patrick Mahomes. We are talking about the Kansas City Chiefs, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, and Patrick Mahomes, okay? So when you look at those things, when I look at the matchup between the quarterbacks, despite how the wide receivers have been playing for the Kansas City Chiefs, because let's be honest, okay? All right, we're going to get into the next breakdown. I don't want to get it too far ahead of myself. Let me just keep it at the quarterback position, okay? So for the quarterback, I have to lean. I don't want to make it a push, okay? I think Patrick Mahomes deserves that much respect, all right, for me to give him the nod when it comes up to head-to-head. Patrick Mahomes is 2-0 versus Josh Allen in the postseason, and until that changes, I have to lead that way, okay? Now, coaching, okay? Andy Reid, Sean McDermott. Now, if you don't know, Sean McDermott is a disciple of Andy Reid. He coached with Andy Reid in Philadelphia with the Eagles for some time before Sean McDermott was able to go off and try his hand down there in Carolina, and things didn't 100% work out right away. Well, he did have a couple successful seasons, but ultimately it didn't work out, and he found his way to Buffalo, and he's turned that franchise back around and made them into a perennial contender year in and year out. Okay, with that being said, I have to go with Andy Reid for the same reasons why I'm going with Patrick Mahomes over Josh Allen. All right, Andy Reid has been to, I think, 10 NFC championship games. Okay, I think maybe 5 with the Eagles, maybe 5 with the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, he's won 2 Super Bowls now. Okay, Andy Reid has shown year in and year out with 2 franchises that he can take them to the highest of highs. And in fact, if not been for Donovan McNabb and the Eagles coming up short, largely in part of Donovan McNabb, not in part of Andy Reid and him not having his football team prepared, it just was a situation where you had Donovan McNabb, kind of like a Dak Prescott situation where, you know, you just couldn't get over the hump with that particular quarterback. All right, I think that's very appropriate, Donovan McNabb and the Dak Prescott conversation. But I have to leave with Andy Reid 100%. I don't think I need to go into it too much more than that. All right, let's get down to our next line here. And what I didn't want to jump ahead to was offense. Okay, offensively, I have to lean toward the Buffalo Bills. No doubt about it, 100%. The Buffalo Bills this year, okay, led by Josh Allen. James Cook has been a surprise. All right, I know James Cook was on the team last year, but he didn't have the kind of season that he had this year, that he had that he had last year, that he's having this year. James Cook has been a reliable factor for them, and we all thought that if Buffalo can just get a more consistent running game, they would be better, because Josh Allen for a long time had to be such a big part of their running game. All right, so I think that that's really been something that's helped them to get better offensively. Also, they drafted Dalton Kincaid this year. Okay, so you pair Dalton Kincaid, you pair him with Knox, and you have a two tight end monster. Knox was hurt for a good part of the season, all right, but he's back now, and I think that gives them an option. Especially, I think what helps is the fact that Knox was out, and then Kincaid had to step in, be the number one tight end, had to really get his blocking together, and so now he can block. He can also go out there and catch. So now you have two tight ends that can both block, and they can both get out there into a route. And these are two very, very athletic tight ends. Very tough matchup for a linebacker. Very tough matchup for a safety. You got Stephon Diggs. You got Gabe Davis, who will be available for this game. You got Khalil Shakir, who was making some plays. Okay, kind of reminds you of like a Cole Beasley, or kind of a Scotty Miller, or one of those kind of guys. What's the guy for the Patriots? Name is escaping me right now, but one of those kind of guys that's able to make able to make some plays in there in the slot position for them. Okay, and Josh Allen's pulling the strings. All right. Unfortunately for the Kansas City Chiefs, while you do have Patrick Mahomes, and you do have Isaiah Pacheco, and you do have Travis Kelce, okay, unfortunately, who do you have at the wide receiver position? All right, we've seen that the Kansas City Chiefs has led the league in drops this year. All right, it's almost unfathomable to think that the Kansas City Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, could be that inept at catching the football. Okay, when you have arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play this game, and is still building his legacy throughout his career. Okay, so when you think about it like that, it's a shame. But unfortunately, I can't. Even though Rashee Rice is stepping up, he is now coming into a good groove with Patrick Mahomes. I think they're working on their rapport and they're able to make some things happen, and that may be enough in this game. Okay, but if I had to just go offense to offense based off of production, based off of what I see, based off of which one I feel like is more explosive, I'm leaning toward the Buffalo Bills. All right, let's get back to it now. Now, when it comes to the defense, all right, in years past, it's been Buffalo who's had the better defense, but Buffalo is banged up. Okay, and when I mean banged up, I mean banged up. All right, fortunately enough for Buffalo, they should be getting Rasul Douglas back. All right, Rasul Douglas, a favorite of mine. He played for the Philadelphia Eagles. He played for Carolina. He played for Green Bay. Okay, and now he's found a home over in Buffalo, and this is a guy who's been productive. 4 interceptions this year in Buffalo. Didn't even play with the team the whole year. Leads the team in interceptions. I mean, this guy is a ball hawk. Okay, especially if you have him in the zone, he's able to clue in on the receiver. He's able to clue in on the quarterback. And if you get any kind of pass rush, okay, he will bait you and make a big play. All right, that might be something that we have to look out for. Okay, but defensively as a whole, there is no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. The Kansas City Chiefs has been the top 1, top 2, top 5 defense the entire season. Okay, coming into it, I think they are the second defense in the league as far as points per game, as far as yards given up, and they get after you. They get after you on the line, led by Chris Jones. They have some good linebackers, led by the guy Bolton, and they have absolutely very good corner play. All right, led by Ladarius Sneed. All right, and that's a guy that I would want to be on my football team. He is a free agent this year. That's a conversation for another time. All right, so when it comes to the defense, it's a no-brainer. Absolutely, I'm giving the edge to Kansas City. Okay, now I thought about the X factor when I thought about this. Okay, and normally I only have one X factor, but for this game I'm going to give 2. Okay, I think for Kansas City, we're talking about the wide receivers for Kansas City, because we know Patrick Mahomes, we know Andy Reid. What we don't know are these receivers going to be able to get open, and when they do get open, will they be able to catch the ball? And if they're not open, if Patrick Mahomes has to make a throw, okay, and needs to rely on them to make a play, will they be able to make that play? We haven't seen them be able to do that consistently all year, and it's cost the Chiefs this year. And in the playoff game against the Buffalo Bills on the road in Buffalo against Josh Allen, where you know that team wants to beat you, where Josh Allen is 0-2, where Josh Allen wants to get back to the AFC Championship game, because if he gets over this hurdle, it may be the hurdle of all hurdles. Patrick Mahomes is the Michael Jordan to what a lot of players who did not get a championship, okay, that Josh Allen's feeling like, all right? Patrick Mahomes is like the Golden State Warriors to LeBron James, okay? Like, you've been so long a season in the league, all right? You might not be winning the championships that you want to win, all right? So it's a big factor for the Kansas City Chiefs wide receivers to come out there in the cold, in the loud noise, in the hostile confines of the stadium out there and make some things happen. All right. Now, as far as the X factor goes for the Buffalo Bills, I mentioned him earlier, and I'm going to mention him again. Rasul Douglas. Okay, Rasul Douglas is coming back in this game, and he is a game changer. Okay, when you have a cornerback, all right, that it has a knack to make plays. All right, and in this type of game, nip and tuck, back and forth. Okay, turnovers will matter. They will be crucial, and they will pay dividends in this particular game. All right, and I think having Rasul Douglas back allows the Buffalo Bills to be able to play a certain type of coverage where they will allow him to be one-on-one with someone, and I don't think anybody on the wire or anybody on the Kansas City Chiefs team poses that much of a threat to where you can't go man up on those guys right there. So I do think that will be the X factor in this game. The Bills actually have a 57.1% chance of winning this game. All right, so they are favored coming into this game. So it'll be interesting to see how things turn out, man. But let's give a prediction for this game. And I really like the Bills in this game. Okay, I thought about it. I really like them, but I cannot understand what I'm saying here. I cannot go against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. All right, I don't like to be wrong, but if I'll be wrong, I will be wrong on this pick here. Okay, I like Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, to find a way to win this football game. All right, this is Patrick Mahomes' league still. I know Josh Allen is at home. I would love to see the Bills get a victory over the Kansas City Chiefs, but I will take the Buffalo Bills I will take the Kansas City Chiefs to win this game 27-20. Okay, understand, I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs to win this football game 27-20.